I am Janhavi Panwar. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, or if you guys are new over here, then welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I want to talk about if you want to learn an accent. So I've got some tasks for y'all to do on a daily basis in order to get a hold of an accent. It can be British accent, it can be American, but what are the things that you guys are going to do? Task number one, pick a sound, all right? Pick a sound for a daily basis. So basically what you're gonna do when you wake up in the morning, so you're gonna find out these are some of the most important sounds in an accent. I'm gonna tell you what those sounds are. It's the R sound, the T sound, the schwa sound. Focus on all of these sounds, extremely important. Then obviously your sh, your sa, and all of the other consonants, they are important as well. But schwa sound, then other diphthongs, and the R and your T sounds, very, very important. When we are talking about R sound, there are different rules of R sounds. Like R is just not spoken in one way, it's spoken in many different ways, in many different positions. Like it's water at one place, it's water at another one. So this is what you're gonna do. So always pick a sound, and then after that, focus on that one sound. Task number two, start listening. Now in this listening, what you're gonna do, you're gonna listen to a native speaker and you're gonna focus on one sound. If today's focus is on R, so you're gonna focus on all of the words that contain R, and then you're gonna mimic all of the words in the same manner. Task number three, it's very, very simple. What you guys are going to do, start reading. All right, pick an article, pick a piece of paper, pick a piece of article, and if it has 500 words and you just learned about the R rule, you just learned about the rule of R, then focus on every word that contains the letter R and then pronounce it the same manner you learned it. Tip number four, which is task number four, you have to be a master. Like it cannot be like, all right, I heard Janhavi saying R is R, so this is how I'm gonna pronounce it. Or I heard Janhavi saying city as city, so I'm gonna pronounce it as a duh, as a soft duh. No, you have to be a master. You have to learn all of the rules. Where you're going to pronounce your ta sound is your da sound, where you're going to pronounce the R sound, where you're going to drop the R sound. So it does not have to be in probability. You just have to become a master. So these are your tasks, and this is how you get a great hold of pronunciation. Next task is start watching BBC or CNN News. Now, if you're targeting British accent, then I think you should go ahead with BBC World News. If you're targeting American accent, then go ahead with CNN News. After watching 20 minutes of news, I say you start mimicking it. You know what? This is my golden trick. So, story time. When I was younger, when I was 7 years of age actually, that's when I started watching BBC World News. I used to watch Matthew Amroliwala, and then I used to mimic him the whole time, and I used to, say all of the things that I used to say, whether it was a weather report, whether it was somebody from Pakistan saying something, somebody from Australia saying something. I used to copy each and every single thing. Then I used to copy the main anchor. So same thing I'm gonna suggest you guys is that start watching news, then start copying that news after 20 minutes, after 15 minutes, whatever you find good. And then focus on that one sound. Like if today's sound was the R sound, then focus on the R sound and make sure to keep on pronouncing that over and over. Another task, when you go on to the next day, move on to the next day, and when you're focusing on another sound, that does not mean that you're gonna forget about the sound that you learned the previous day. No, actually, you're gonna take both of them together so that when you move on to your fifth or sixth day, you already have 6 sounds in your mind and you're pronouncing 6 of them correctly. Now, the thing about getting a good accent is not about, just giving it 20 or 25 minutes. And it's not also a thing about language or learning English. Now, when you're learning an accent, when you're learning a language, so you do not have to give it 20 to 25 minutes. You actually have to immerse yourself with that, So whenever you're reading, make sure to read in that accent. It doesn't have to be a limited 20 minutes. No. If you're reading in the morning, that accent. If you're reading an email or something, that accent. If you're reading a book, that accent. So it basically has to fit in your mind because an accent needs to be like that. A lot of people used to criticize me, oh, you're talking in an accent. Why? Because I want to practice. That's why. So same goes for you. You guys have to practice it every time. Like if you think I'm going to practice it for 25 minutes at night, not gonna happen. But every time immersing yourself in that, that's when it's gonna happen. And believe me, in 3 months, you can become a master of any accent out there if you're gonna follow this. All you have to do is focus on one sound, practice that. Next day, focus on another sound, practice that sound with the previous sound. That's it. That's all you gotta do, and immerse yourself. And if you wanna get a proper hold of all of these phonetics and mastery, then I also have all of my courses out now on my website, www.janhavipanwar.com, where you can actually join my British and my American accent course. And I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. The link is in the description box down below. Till then, bye everyone, stay safe.